So if we try to discern them before then, in some cases we may come to the wrong conclusion.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
They scale a wall like soldiers. Each keeps to his own course, and they do not swerve from their path. They
didn't. Go again, RJ.
For many years, we have applied the prophecy symbolically to the way in which Jehovah's people, like an unstoppable swarm of locusts,
what we were following before. But instead, we need to look at the whole context.
Jehovah therein states, I will drive the northerner far away from you. The northerner, in this case, representing the locusts.
If the locusts represent Jehovah's people, why would he have to make compensation to them?
Thank you.
Kingdom evangelizers, it would suggest that the message that they proclaim would cause damage, but yet
bans on their work.
And he said, after that, I will pour out my spirit. And so if the locusts are preachers of God's kingdom, why would Jehovah pour out his spirit on them after they finish the witnessing work? Because we know that they would need
his spirit to support us in the preaching work. We've had incidents where people right here in the Bahamas wanted to go out and preach, and they did it for several days or several weeks, but it fizzled out because obviously they didn't have Jehovah's Holy Spirit. So we should feel confident knowing that if we were able to endure on this work for so long, that we definitely have Jehovah's Holy Spirit support.
After that does not apply.
And, Jehovah's people, particularly those during 1919 era, as seen in the picture, who boldly proclaim Jehovah's message, even with some scathing messages.
Oh, I see. Okay, very good.
Just saw this was but
5. Jesus is called the Lion of the tribe of Judah, which means Jesus' courage. Whereas in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, the devil is described as a roaring lion. So we see it not unusual for a symbol to convey different meaning in different settings.
In view of our Christian race, by our present understanding, we need to look for another explanation of Joel's prophecy. So we need to find out what could it be. Because when we look at those two scriptures. Good.
Yeah, Joel's prophecy is predicting a military attack. According to the Bible, that attack came from Babylon, the Babylonian army, which was also Lordness. So this would apply, this indicates a well-organized army that attacked Jerusalem, wall, anywhere, soldiers all over the place.
Thank you, Brother DeMar.
That it is a military attack by the Babylonians. For example, in Joel chapter 1 and verse 6, Jehovah says that there was this nation that was going to come and invade his people. That's number 1. So if it's a nation, it must be a military. Then as we go to chapter 2 and verse 1, that same nation...
The clue that was given was that this invading army was called the Northerner, and that was appropriate because the Babylonians invaded Israel from the north.
Very good.
So 7 BCE, when the Babylonians invaded the city of Jerusalem, and it is said that they were merciless. They killed young and old men and women, and they even destroyed Jehovah's the walls of Jerusalem and the house of God. So they destroyed everything of value.
Everything, and so when they were finished, the land of Jerusalem, it was a wasteland without man, beast, because the Chaldeans had devastated the entire land.
And verse 25, Jehovah said to his repentant people that I will make compensation for what the locusts did, because the locusts really damaged the land.
Okay.
Jeremiah, let me read that scripture down. It says, neither the ocean nor the forest would be able to conceal and repel Israelites from the Babylonian invaders. So that's what the point that he's drawing out, according to the scriptures from Jeremiah.
Thank you.
It's because they're disgusting idols, and so for hundreds of years from the time the Israelites left.
Sister Gray.
Pentecost 33 CE, when Jehovah's Spirit was poured out, and disciples who were meeting together, the 120 of them, and the Spirit came down with a tongue of fire.
Pentecost 33 CE.
Oh, okay. Very good, Joshua.
Says, on the contrary, this is what was said through the prophet.
Brother Oldenburg.
Yeah, it's interesting because in Joel chapter 2, Joel's word said, after that I'll pour out my Spirit, but then Peter says, in the last days. So really we get a clarification there, because in Peter's, this context of in the last days, it's referring to the last days of the Jewish system of things, and that's exactly what we see with Pentecost.
Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you.
This further clarification of these two prophecies was an indication that considerable time had passed before Joel's prophecy was fulfilled.
Yes, very good. Paragraph 16. Okay. Sister Monique Ferguson.
Well, after that outpouring of Jehovah's Holy Spirit, the preaching work went on with great earnest to the point that about 61 CE, Paul could describe the good news as being preached in all creation under the heavens at that time.
Yes. Thank you. All right.
Didn't she say that?
Anyone care to comment on this this box here and upon my spirit? Not so much to read it, but
Althea Butler.
all right.
Appointed after in the more time we have today.
There were fewer than 6,000 publishers of the good news worldwide. Today, with Jehovah blessing the preaching work, we have more than the anointed number being baptized annually.
Yes, thank you. Let's move on to our final subhead. Sister Jordan Colbert.
But we not refer to our zealous preaching work, but rather they refer to the activity of the Babylonian army that invaded Jerusalem in 607 BC.
Yes, thank you. Class venue, please.
Jehovah's people continue to preach the good news everywhere using every possible venue to do so.
Thank you. Further comment, Sister Bernadette Arthur.
And in addition to what Michael said, no matter what governmental restrictions we may have, this does not prevent us from carrying out our work. Jehovah's blessings, we continue to go to Jehovah for his blessings to continue in his kingdom preaching work, and he's guided us with all of these new advancement or adjustment in our Bible prophecies.
Yes, thank you. Sister Mallory Lakeisha.
And we know this is also true because when we look at the circumstances that we as Jehovah's people face today with this pandemic, we're still preaching. And we know Jehovah is blessing our efforts because we are reaching even more persons because they're at home. Our message are touching out even more persons. So we can definitely say that Jehovah's people continue to preach no matter the circumstances.
Thank you. Sister Doreen Russell.
Said, we humbly still continue to look to Jehovah for his guidance in understanding Bible prophecy. And we are also confident that one day, in the right time, he will lead us into all truth.
Thank you.
Obviously, in Galatians, they continue to run preaching the good news of God's kingdom.
Yes, thank you, Brother Chaplain. So can you explain why the adjustments need to...
Bible prophecy is best understood during or after it's happened.
Yes. Thank you.
This prophecy foretells the invasion of the Babylonian army into Jerusalem.
Yes.
Well, it's faith strengthening to me, Prakash, just like in the opening song, the scripture song, Proverbs 4:18, where it says, the path of the righteous is like the bright morning light that grows brighter and brighter until full daylight. So because we are now getting even closer to full daylight, this means that we're getting closer to Jehovah's day and experiencing his kingdom.
So our understanding is faith. It's faith strengthening to me because it can help me in my personal study and ministry, where I can demonstrate perseverance like that of the locusts, even in the face of indifference and opposition. Hebrews 10:39 says that we are not the sword who shrink back to destruction, but the sword of our faith for preserving of our lives. So adjustments will strengthen me in a loving brotherhood and help me keep enduring to the end.
Thank you, Sister Gibson. And from the hall venue, Fred and John.
I believe it's faith strengthening because we continue to look to Jehovah to help us in our understanding. We're not dogmatic in the sense that we are inflexible. We continue to look to the scriptures, we look to Jehovah, rely on him to reveal better understanding of Bible truth.
Yes, thank you. The comments have already made reaffirm the fact that Jehovah is the one who is really teaching his people, and he is feeding us at a pace that we can keep abreast with. He is not going to inundate us with facts, but he feeds us as we could use it and digest it, being assured that we are indeed associated with the faithful and discreet slaves, because we continue to make progress. And so, let us...
They were still humble enough to accept adjustment.